Hello lovelies, it's Amy, and today we're going to be doing a smoky eye tutorial. And we're going to be using this Colourpop You Had Me at Hello palette. Looks like this inside. We're going to be using that dark brown as the base of our smokiness, because I didn't want to use black today for a smoky eye like midday, but I did want to do a smoky eye. So let's get our hair out of our face. We got our ears on now. Alright, let's get started. I've already got my eyelids primed. Make sure there's no creases before I get started. I've got my eyelids primed, my base done, brows, you know the gist, all that good stuff. And I'm going to be using my little trick that I showed you to lay down the brown powder, which is taking a little triangle of toilet tissue like this, take a square, fold it into a triangle. That's going to help us with our line, that's going to help us with fallout, and I'm going to show you in just a second, just in case you didn't see that video. I'm going to go in with a flat brush to begin applying that brown. This is just the Alomar, and it doesn't have a name or a number of what it is. It's just a flat little shader brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little tissue like this, and I'm going to place it under the eye. That's going to help us with fallout. Since our face is already done, that's going to help us with our line right there. And it's going to give us a nice little sharp line. I'm going to start patting that brown all over the lid. And this looks intense, and it's going to be. But we're going to lighten that up along the way with some blending. We're going to put, well, I might want to put a shimmery color in the middle. I need to decide first how deep of a color I want that. Make sure I'm getting close to the lash line, so there's no line of demarcation between the lash line and the color. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. This is just a BH number 5, and fluff out those edges first, like this, just so we can have some diffused edges. Because sometimes it seems like when you prime your eyelids, the longer you leave the eyeshadow sitting there, the harder it gets to blend. So I want to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go back in. Same thing with our tissue. And pat the color on. Make sure you get close to the lash line. We're gonna pat, not worrying about how messy it is, how haphazard it looks right now, because we're going to go back and blend. So don't worry about those little details just yet. Same blender. We're gonna start blending this out. Now this is what I would call my quick version of a smoky eye, because it certainly is quicker than some of the others. I'll go back in and make sure my color is even across my lid. I just want it to be the same opaqueness all over the lid. And we'll go back in, fluff it out again. That's the thing about a smoky eye that is the most time consuming, is the blending. If you find yourself having raccoon eyes, it's because you're not blending enough. Make sure you take the time to blend, blend, blend. So even though this is a quick smoky eye, you still want to take the time to really blend it out. We're looking smoky so far. So the next thing we're going to do is I want to take a smaller, more tapered blending brush like this. This is just the Vasanti contour eyeshadow. And I want to take this, it's almost like a mauve-y kind of shade. I want to take that and I want to keep it tight to the crease. We don't want it really everywhere. I just want it tight to the crease. Like right above where we got that brown. Okay. We're gonna do this side. I would say that's a mauve, I believe. It's like a pinky purpley color, but it's very muted. Okay. And now that we have that applied down on our eyes, we're going to go back in with a blendy and blend. You're going to hear me say that 138 times. Alright. Buff in little circular motions at the edges, just like that. Okay. And now, like I said, I want to keep this the color that it is. So anytime you blend and you lose any color, whenever you close your eyes and look, you can see that some of the color is picked up from where you're blending. Just go back in and repat some of that brown into the places where it's lost some color. Just like that. Blend again. Blendy, blend, blend. I'm excited because my lighting and my backdrops are finally on the way. There had been some kind of issue with my order, and so it's finally on the way. Should be here later this week. So next week I'm gonna have some hopefully decent lighting, and you won't be seeing my bathroom window and bathtub anymore. You'll have a backdrop. So I hope. All right. Now I want to go in with a little bit of this color right here, like a light suede kind of color. We're going to do the same thing we did a minute ago with that little tapered brush. We're going to keep it right above the crease. Like I said, I'm not super worried about how it looks haphazard when I'm laying it down, because I'm going to go back in and blend the heck out of that guy. And with this color, I actually want to bring a little teensy bit lower. Just a little bit. And then we're going to go back in, and what are we doing? We're blending. Blend, blend, blend. We just want seamless, diffused edges. And if anybody's wondering, for whatever reason, what my base is today, I'm wearing this Super Goop CC Cream, the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, It Cosmetics Brow. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I have on the Morphe Bronzer in Debutante, and the Laura Geller Baked and Brighten. I think that's what's called, blush in Tropical Hues. Everything has such long names now these days, you can't even figure out what you're saying. Or at least I can't. Okay. I see where some of my color is a little transparent. So I want to go in with my little flat guy and just pack it back on, make sure that it's not see-through anymore. Okay, so far this is looking good. And what we're gonna do now is take a different eyeshadow palette, because that one doesn't have one in it. I'm just gonna use this Daisy Marquez palette, take this naked color out of there, and I'm gonna take a little bitty tapered brush like this, and I just wanna run that between my brow and the color, because I don't want this dark color to go all the way to the top. If you were going out for a night out, or it doesn't even matter if you just wanted it to look like that, then you could take that deep color all the way to the top, or not the deep one, but the transitional one, and it would be fine if that's what you wanted to do. But because it's daytime, I want to keep it pretty wearable for daytime. These are some powdery shadows, which I'm fine with as long as they work well. So now let's take a look. Okay, and I want to go in with a clean. It doesn't look clean because it's stained, but because one of those BH shadows stained the heck out of it. And I just want to use that to really mesh everything together. Just like that. Just like that. Now here's the fun part. What's fun to me. We're going to take a small shader brush like this. This is the BH number 8. We're going to take that color, the brown color, and we're going to put it under our eyes or you don't have to. Everything's up to you. Tailor these looks to what you like. We're gonna keep it like this. If you like how something looks and you're like, hey, I'd rather stop there, then stop there. Don't be like everybody else. That's been my motto for friggin' years. That's one thing I've never been, is like everybody else, so, or at least I don't think so. Okay, we have that laid down. Now I'm gonna go back in with that suede-y kind of shade, and we're gonna go right underneath of that brown. Now don't take it too low, but you do wanna go like right on the edge of it, just to give it a little more of a smoky look. See the difference with this and this? So if you prefer that, do that. If you like that, do that. If you don't, then don't. All right. We're just smudging at the bottom of that brown. And this is how we're looking so far. I'm really glad I chose that pink blush because I feel like pink suits a brown smoky eye the best. To me anyway. And I think, I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep this matte or if I want to add a little shimmer on top. If you know, I think I want to add a little shimmer on top because I'm just a shimmery, you know what. I'm going to take that shimmer right there. And I'm going to take a flat shader brush again. I think I want to spray it with some Fix Plus, like that. And I want to go in with that color. Pretty sure this color is going to have some fallout, so definitely use the little triangle. I don't know where my other one went. We're going to make a new one. And we're going to pack that color on like that. And I'm going to pat it like that. Now for this part, if you want a variation, you could keep it in just the center, or you could do the entire lid. See, this is how it's lightened up the whole look. We're gonna go back in and do that with the other eye. Tissue. Pat, 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 pat. So I'm gonna put it across most of the lid, leaving the very edge and the very inner corner out, just barely. Just so you can see like a rim of depth to the look. And I think that looks really cool. So far, that looks very nice. I like it. Okay, now we're gonna, what are we gonna do? We're gonna blend the hell out of it. Excuse me. We're gonna blend that guy. And I think I wanna go back in with a touch of that mauve-y color and use that on the very, very edge and blend. I'm feeling a little silly right now because I just had a whole heck of a lot of coffee. Had a massive headache this morning. Had one all night. And was like, I'm fixing to drink an extra large coffee. And I did. And so then, because I'm crazy, I went and got a large decaf. You're probably thinking, ooh, decaf? Yeah, well, I've had too much caffeine, can you tell? And the lady like really made that creamy. I was like, can I have a little extra cream? And she was like, sure, I'll make it totally white. And handed it to me and she was like, is that enough? Is that too much cream? And I was like, you know what, it's fine because I don't want to make somebody's job harder. So I was just like, it's fine, it's fine. Me not trying to rock the boat. I just want everyone to be happy. Because this world is unhappy enough as it is, isn't it? And now I think I want to go in with this beautiful shimmer shade. You know, I could have been telling you the names of these the whole time because I forgot that they had them on the back, which is not my favorite thing because first of all, I feel like an idiot because I'm like, okay, does this color correlate with this color or is this one this one? I don't know. All right, we're gonna take this little doodad. Ooh, that would be a beautiful highlight. And I'm gonna do my inner corner. And I don't see many people do this, but I like to do it. I like to take that inner corner highlight just a tidbit higher. And I wanna I'm gonna do under the brow. And while that looks a little harsh, I'm gonna go blend that out so I can make sure it doesn't stay looking like that. I don't know what I did with my other one. So I'm just gonna smooth that just so it's not harsh like I said. Oh, and I also have on the IT Cosmetics face powder. I can't remember what it's called. Now I'm gonna go in and fluff this eyebrow out because he looks like he's sagging. He just needs to be lifted a little bit. Let's lift his spirits. Here we go. There we go. Now he's back up. That's all it took. Now, this is how we look right now. And what we can do, this is optional, is take a brown eyeliner pencil if you really want to smoke it out, and line your tight line and line your waterline, sorry. This is the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a turn on. That's a long ass title. Waterproof liner. I'm trying to find the color of it. Pretty sure it's just brown. It's Brown Perfection. And we're gonna line our waterline with it. This is the only brow pencil I have in like a gel eyeliner, which is why I'm using this one. I feel like I have a better one and a wooden one. Like the stick is wooden, but I don't like that. Using that on my eyes, it's scratchy. What did I tell you last time? There's no pretty face to make when you do this. Don't even worry about it. Do you see me worrying about it? Nope. I'm sitting here making ugly faces right in front of you. So don't even worry. I see these girls on Instagram like not even remotely making a face while they're doing their whole eyes. I'm like, no, I gotta open my mouth for everything. So, okay. Now this is how that looks with the liner. Next thing we're gonna move on to is highlight. But first I wanna spritz my face with some Fix Plus. Rejuvenated. And I want to take a little look at my face after I spray Fix Plus and make sure that there are no big droplets that are gonna dry like that on my face and mess up my makeup, because sometimes that can happen, especially with the Cover FX illuminating spray. That one has the best mister of all time, but sometimes you'll still get blobs of, you know, the liquid. I forgot what it's called. I think for this look I want to take a really white highlight. So we're going to take the Mary Luminizer highlighter. She's a classic. She's like an OG for real. She's one of the originals. We're going to take my favorite highlighting brush that has glitter in it for some reason. The Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, right there. She is super bright. And I will also be getting a new chair soon because my chair is so squeaky. I swear before I started filming it was never squeaky like this. It's relatively new. And now it's the squeakiest thing you've ever heard in your life. Drives me crazy. We're gonna put a little tip right there. I love that highlight. I keep it right there in the front with my favorite highlighters because as you can see, she's really pretty. Now the next thing I want to do is find my eyelash curler because you know I'm going to curl my lashes. Always do. We're going to curl our lashes. And I've been looking around for a new mascara to try because I've just been using this Too Faced Better Than Sex one for the last couple months. And I normally like to really try different mascaras. And I just haven't found anything new that looks exciting or different that I've been wanting to try. So if I see something, I'm going to pick it up and try that out. Because I've just been using this one. Another tip, I think I gave you this tip in another video. When you curl your bottom lashes, if they're too long, like mine are pretty long, and you want, everybody always asks me, they're like, how are your bottom lashes curly? Well, this is how. You take your finger underneath and swipe it up like this. And then you're gonna fluff them back like that. See that? See how that looks? And we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Swipe under the eyelash, and then you're just gonna do them like that. And you're literally curling them with your finger, so they're not sticking straight out like a broom or something. And that's easy as crap, that's all you do. Next thing, top lashes. And what do I have handy dandy right here with me? Q-tips, of course. And y'all know why. If you've watched any of my videos, you know why I've got them handy right here. Because I pretty much am gonna get mascara on my lid anytime I do it. Just can't help myself. Maybe I'm just going too fast. Maybe my lashes are too long. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I really like this formula of this mascara. And I like the wand on it also. I didn't think I was gonna like it when I saw it. But I used it and was like, that hugs your lashes pretty well. Now let me, that's where we're at right now. Now we're gonna take, I'm thinking, how about that? Is that good? Let's use that. We're gonna use a pinkish color. This is NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Milan. And we're gonna use that today. Ooh, she's a little brighter than she looked in the tube. I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this on. And if you're in the same situation as I am where you're like, wow, that's a lot pinker than I thought it was gonna be. Oh wow, handy tissue. Blotter. Blotter again. That way you have like a stain of color. Then you can choose to keep it matte like this, or you can go in with a pretty gloss like that, or this. This is the Smashbox. There's no details on this package. I'm sure there was a sticker on the bottom and I don't know what happened to it, but I'm pretty sure it's in the color Pout. Here we go. And I like the applicator on this. And I like this formula too because it's not sticky. I need to get some more of those in different colors because I really like that. Okay. And it doesn't have chunks of like glitter or shimmers in it if you don't like that. It's just a plain tinted gloss. And this is the eye look. All right. Now I can take my kitty ears off. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. That completes this look for today, even though I just said that. Please subscribe to my channel. I put out new window videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And leave a comment below if you like this look, if you have an idea for something you'd like to see, if you have any questions, or if you just want to say hey, I'll say it right back to you. But subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!